Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to start with a simple question. How many things have you thrown away today? Maybe a water bottle, a snack wrapper, a takeaway coffee cup, a food container, a plastic bag. Don't worry, this isn't a guilt trip. I'm asking because most of us never think about it. We use something for 5 minutes and throw it away forever. 5 minutes of convenience, hundreds of years of waste. That's a pretty strange deal when you think about it, right? So today let's talk about something exciting that is quietly changing the way people shop, eat, travel and live around the world. The world of reuse. Yes. So let's start with a little thought experiment. Imagine walking into a store and carrying your own containers. You fill them with rice, pasta, spices, coffee, cleaning products, shampoo. Okay, so that's all. Then you pay only for what you need. Sounds futuristic? Actually, it's quite old fashioned. Many of our grandparents live this way. And interestingly, the future may look like a little bit like the past. But you know what? Researchers studying reuse systems around the world found that package-free stores are now one of the most common reuse business models globally. People are bringing containers and refilling products instead of constantly buying new packaging. And honestly, that sounds pretty smart. You know why? Because that's why we love throwing things away. Here's a funny question. Why do humans enjoy disposable things so much? Imagine if someone handed you a brand new phone every week and told you to throw away the old one. You would probably think that was ridiculous. But we do exactly with packaging. A bottle, a cup, a wrapper, a container. So funny that we use it once, then it disappears from our sight, but not from the planet. You know why? Because the packaging doesn't magically vanish. It simply goes somewhere else. Usually, somewhere we don't see. And that's the real challenge. And that the real challenge is in technology. Okay, so here's something fascinating. When organizations around the world were asked what is most important for expanding reuse systems, many didn't say technology, they didn't say robots, they didn't say artificial intelligence. They said culture. Think about that. The biggest challenge isn't inventing reusable containers. We already have those. Any guesses? Well, the challenge is that changing habits. And honestly, changing habit is difficult. I still sometimes forget my reusable shopping bag. How many of you do the same thing? Please leave your comments in the comment section. Exactly, this is the number. So humans are creatures of habit. You know why? Because habits matter. And let's talk about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every morning and debate whether to do it or whether to not to do it. It's automatic. You're supposed to wake up and then you're supposed to do the brushing. Now imagine if refilling a water bottle became just as automatic, or carrying a reusable coffee cup, or bringing containers to certain stores. That's when real change begins. You are not at all feeling forced. Not when people are forced, right? So you are just doing a normal thing, that you are just refilling the bottle. And it's a $10 billion opportunity. Now let's talk about money. Because environmental conversations often become much more interesting when money enters the discussion. Researchers estimate that if just 20% of global single-use plastic packaging shifted to reusable systems, it could create approximately $10 billion in business opportunities. Don't you think it's huge? Like $10 billion. And that's not a small side project. That's an entire economic opportunity. Like new jobs, new businesses, new innovations, new ways of serving customers, and perhaps a cleaner planet at the same time. That's what I call a win-win situation. One container, 60 uses. And let's do simple math. Imagine you buy one durable container. You use it every week, again and again and again, more than 60 times. And there's only one container. Okay, so one container, dozens of uses. Now multiply that by thousands. Maybe it's millions. Millions, like, right? So entire cities. One industry analyst suggested that reusable systems operating at scale could replace enormous numbers of single-use packages. And that's the power of repetition. Small actions, repeated consistently, create big results. Right? So now what happens to our packaging? Now let's have an honest conversation. Have you ever wondered where your takeaway container goes after you throw it away? Most of us don't. You know why? Because our responsibility feels finished once it leaves our hands. But globally, beach cleanups continue finding the same items over and over again. Plastic bottles, bottle cups, food wrappers, takeaway containers, disposable packaging again and again and again. Imagine going to a beautiful beach and finding evidence of yesterday's convenience everywhere. Not very romantic, right? But here's the story of a water bottle. Let's give a water bottle a personality for a moment and stay with me. Imagine a bottle speaking. Imagine there's a bottle which is speaking. It says, "Hello, I was used for 7 minutes and now I will spend decades existing somewhere." Suddenly that doesn't sound very efficient, right? So a product designed for minutes of use shouldn't require decades to disappear. So what can we actually do? Now let's keep this practical, because I know what some of you are thinking. Like, Disha, I can't solve global plastic pollution by myself. I really need many for this. And why should I even do that? And you are right. You can't. Neither can I. Neither can I. But we can make better choices. Carry a reusable water bottle. Use a reusable shopping bag. Support refill stores if they are available. Choose durable products when possible. Think about buying something disposable. Small actions, repeated consistently. Progress, not perfection, right? And please remember, this isn't about perfection. Nobody is perfect. Sometimes convenience wins. Sometimes we forget, and sometimes life gets busy. And that's okay. That's very normal. Because your goal isn't perfection, the goal is progress. Every reusable choice is one step forward. Every refill is one less disposable item. Every habit matters. And then you can create a very different kind of legacy. Let's end with a bigger question now. When future generations look back at us, what will they say? Will they say they knew the problem but ignored it? Or will they say they started making changes, even small ones? You know what? The history isn't changed by one giant action. It's changed by millions of small actions happening at the same time. You're supposed to do something about it. So today I invite you to think differently about the things you throw away, not with guilt, not with fear, but with curiosity. And ask yourself, can this be reused? Can this be refilled? Can I make one slightly better choice today? Because the future of sustainability may not be hidden inside some advanced laboratory. It might be sitting inside a simple reusable container. Right, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's conversation, let me know in the comments, and what's one reusable habit you have adopted or would like to adopt in your daily life. I would love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious, stay mindful, and remember, sometimes the smallest habits create the biggest change. See you in the next video.